Hey guys, bit of a different video for you today. I actually wanted to make this one to tell you one of the biggest mistakes that I almost made when I was preparing for my A plus 1101, 1102 Security Plus, Network Plus examination, which I'm so glad I avoided. So in essence, there are a lot of companies out there that will claim to provide this individualized learning experience and almost guarantee your success transitioning from someone who has no idea about the IT industry into someone who is making a lot of money in this industry very quickly. And they make a lot of big claims, and it can be very convincing, particularly if you're a career changer getting into this. But this video is going to show you why it's really important to do your research on these companies before you jump on this bandwagon and start dedicating all of this money to them. So I almost signed up with this company, and it's because they put out such enthusiastic videos promising you these high figure salaries, and you only have to pay about $7,000 for a 3-course package. I'm so glad that before I did that, I went to the most reliable place on the internet that you could possibly find, Reddit. So I found this comment string. Now, I blacked out the name of the industry purely because I don't want to risk them coming after me for any sort of defamation or anything. So I blacked it out. But just if you're thinking of going with the company and you think this might be them, go ahead and Google them on Reddit and look for reviews before you do. This is what I found. So this gentleman or lady here was going ahead. They were looking to start their career here in Australia, and they found the company, and they offer 3 training packages similarly named Basic, Intermediate, and Advanced. I'm starting with Basic, which includes the A Plus, Security Plus, Network Plus, and Cybersecurity Analyst Plus for around $7,000. Now guys, to put that in perspective, that is much more than you would spend individually studying for each of these examinations on your own. So you'd hope that they're offering a lot to be worth that money, right? They claim to be the only dedicated cyber training and job placement company in Australia. Has anyone used them before? What materials do they use? Where are they using their lessons? So they're asking for advice, right? Let's have a look at what people had to say. This user here says, I'm in it right now, and they charged $11,000, and it's piggyback content. So think about what that means. That basically means they're taking content from other creators or other providers, and they're giving it to you, collating it together, and basically saying, here, you pay us a lot of money, here's content that we didn't even necessarily go to the effort of creating. So that's a pretty big red flag to me. If you can get these resources, often a lot of them for free somewhere else, is it really worth paying someone that much money for it? I don't think so. Let's have a look what else they said. The only reason I went with them is for the placement opportunities, but I'm not sure whether they're guaranteed. So even after signing up with all that money, there's no clear indication of if those placements are guaranteed. Another red flag. You can do the CompTIA certs for a fraction of the price, and once you have them, just apply for jobs yourself. And I think that's a great point. These certifications can largely be self-studied. I had no IT experience. I got my A Plus in about a month. I got my Network Plus in about 3 more weeks, and then my Security Plus, I took 2 weeks to take it, right? And with no experience. Granted, I was a teacher, so I knew how to teach and therefore how to learn new things very quickly, very effectively. But I certainly didn't need to pay someone $11,000 to get these certificates. That's just, I can't believe I was even thinking about doing that. It seems like they apply for jobs on your behalf and hope you pass the interview stage, and then they can use you as a student success story. They give you basic interview skills in a Zoom session, but beyond that, this person hasn't been in the course long enough to see how good they are at what they do in terms of making you job ready. So it seems like they weren't quite experienced in the course itself when they made this comment. So maybe not particularly a comment worth listening to, right? Let's see if there's anyone who's more experienced in the course. This person asked for updates on this, and another person replied that they're finding themselves regretting spending the money. The weekly calls with the student advisor are helpful but unnecessary. So it seems like basic interview skills, which really anyone can learn without paying $11,000. And it also seems like they don't really provide career counseling until after you pass one exam. That itself isn't too much of an issue for me. You're probably not going to be worth going through career counseling until you've shown that you can actually pass an exam. That's fair enough. That's not too much of an issue for me there. This other person came and jumped in. Reply is what really got me. They've only done the first core for A+, and no longer want to continue, but have called the loan company to do a complaint form to cancel, but the owner of the company refused the cancellation because they were no longer on the cooling off period. So once you're locked in for this $7,000 or $11,000, that's it, guys. Even if you change your mind, you can learn this stuff for free on YouTube. There's no need to go and hire a company and pay them this much money and get in that much debt to do something that you can do for free. And here's the thing. You don't even need to sit there unemployed doing these certifications, scrounging by. You can really get your A+, and from there you can start applying for like basic help desk roles. And as you're there, often these places will actually pay for you to do particular certifications. So you can work at these places, gaining paid industry experience after getting just your A+, and from there you can self-study, continue to do that, of course, absolutely, and slowly work towards getting your Network Plus, Security Plus, and then your Cybersecurity Analyst Plus. And then by the time you get there, you'll not only have been paid for your time instead of forking out $7,000 to $11,000, but you'll actually have real life work experience relatively in the field, and you'll then also have those certifications and maybe even some extra ones that's been paid for by the company. So you're not in debt, you're in profit, and you've essentially treated it like a traineeship. So be very careful before getting excited about joining these companies. Finally, this person, again, this update from them, the content itself, they're saying it's about on par with Professor Messer. Guys, Professor Messer is free on YouTube. $11,000, free, okay? Or Jason Dion's. I wouldn't waste my time with the supplied videos. So the supplied videos, which aren't piggyback content, apparently aren't even worth your time. Are you kidding me? You get a lot of readings from Mike Myers, again, piggyback content, but that should be used in conjunction with Messer and Dion. The provided videos by the company are a good intro, but can't be used to pass the exam in their opinion. So again, you're left asking, what are you paying for here? And this person says, to clarify, they just give you video content created by other people, and you're simply paying for them to collate that information, deliver it to you, and make sure you're studying it. And they replied, yes, exactly, that's what they do. Guys, do your research on these companies before you sign up to them. There's a lot of hype about getting into cybersecurity, getting into the IT industry at the moment, being a career changer. They'll promise you a lot of things, but it looks like a lot of the time when you get in the door, it might not be worth it. And considering you can self-study for these examinations, I'm not sure what good reason there is to fork out that kind of money for this. So look, I guess this is just more of a courtesy call out to you than anything. Be very careful, do your research on these places before you get too excited about it. All right, guys, see you in the next video. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe.